Hi, my dear friends! Welcome back! I'm so happy you're here. In today's video, I'll share something truly meaningful, practical tips, gentle truths, and real experiences that can transform the way you see cleaning. Whether you love tidying or struggle to keep up, I promise this one will be full of little insights that make your cleaning journey lighter and more joyful. But let me ask you, have you ever felt like no matter how much you clean, the mess somehow returns just as fast? That feeling of frustration when your home looks fine for a day, and then suddenly, is it chaos again? I know that feeling so well. For years, I was trapped in that endless cycle, scrubbing, folding, organizing, yet never feeling truly done. That's why I'm making this video, not to teach perfection, but to share what actually works in real life. Because keeping a tidy home isn't just about cleaning, it's about creating calm, clarity, and comfort. So, let's get started, and if this speaks to your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll be sharing many more mindful cleaning secrets that can truly change the way you live. Sometimes clutter doesn't just pile up on our shelves, it settles quietly into our minds and hearts too. I used to think cleaning meant just sweeping floors and folding clothes. But over time, I've learned that true tidying is a kind of self-care. Every item we choose to keep or release tells a small story about how we live and what we value. Let's start with the most visible one, physical clutter. Those clothes that might fit again someday, old notebooks or boxes we promised to organize next weekend. They weigh more on our minds than we realize. I've made peace with letting go using one simple rule: if I haven't used it for a year, it's time to give it a new home. Sorting things into clear categories daily, use, rarely used, or ready to let go, makes the process surprisingly freeing. Donating something that once served me always feels like sending good energy forward. Then, there's mental clutter, unfinished to-do lists, overwhelming thoughts, and digital overload. I've found calm in writing things down instead of carrying them in my head. 5 quiet minutes before bed, turning off screens, taking deep breaths, feels like sweeping the floor of my mind. Emotional clutter can be trickier. Sometimes it's the unspoken worries or memories that quietly linger. Writing in a journal or sharing thoughts with someone I trust helps me keep the heart's corners clear. And, of course, relationship clutter, connections that drain rather than uplift us. It's okay to choose peace over obligation, to spend time with people who genuinely bring light to our days. Lastly, time clutter, saying yes too often, scrolling endlessly, forgetting what truly matters. Setting small routines like 20 minutes of tidying after dinner has given my days gentle rhythm and clarity. Tidying, I've realized, isn't about perfection. It's about creating space inside and out for life to breathe again. And if you enjoyed this little journey toward a lighter life, don't miss tomorrow's video. I'll be sharing clever, time-saving cleaning tricks that make your home sparkle with half the effort. It's practical, easy to follow, and truly a game changer for busy days. Now I will share with you guys my personal journey of learning how to clean more effectively, not just to keep my space tidy, but to find peace and clarity in the process. Through many small experiences and mistakes, I discovered ways to make housework feel lighter and more meaningful. I hope sharing my story will inspire anyone struggling with chores to see cleaning as a gentle form of self-care. There was a time when my home, though full of love, felt like a battlefield of clothes, papers, and half-finished chores. I was constantly moving from work to errands, from cooking to folding laundry that never seemed to end. Every evening when I opened the door, the sight of piled up things seemed to whisper, "You're behind again." It wasn't just the mess that tired me, it was the invisible weight it placed on my shoulders. Some nights I would spend hours cleaning, determined to make everything perfect. I'd scrub, fold, and rearrange until midnight. But within days, chaos would quietly return like waves reshaping the sand after all my effort. I began to realize that my cleaning wasn't solving the problem, it was just repeating it. My home looked fine for a moment, but my mind still felt cluttered. There were weekends when I avoided inviting friends over. I loved them, but the thought of them seeing my messy living room filled me with embarrassment. Maybe next week I'd tell them, convincing myself I just needed more time to clean properly. But time never seemed enough. The truth was, I didn't need more cleaning. I needed a new way to live with my space. At one point, I stood in the middle of my living room and looked around. There were too many things, each carrying a piece of the past, a souvenir I no longer loved, clothes that no longer fit notebooks, filled with old worries. I realized that clutter wasn't just physical, it was emotional. My home had become a mirror of my mind, overwhelmed, tired, and longing for calm. That day, I promised myself something small but meaningful, not to chase perfection, but to seek peace. I would learn to make space not just on my shelves, but in my heart too. The real change began on an ordinary Sunday morning. My problem wasn't laziness. It was the lack of a system that truly worked for my life. That moment quietly shifted everything. I started to learn. I watched cleaning videos late at night with a notebook beside me, jotting down little discoveries. Start small. Keep what you love. One home for every item. I read books about organization, not the kind that demanded perfection, but those that spoke about balance, mindfulness, and simplicity. Slowly, cleaning became less of a chore and more of a personal journey. The living room was my first project. I decided every item should have its own place. Old souvenirs, dusty decorations that no longer brought me joy. I thanked them and let them go. I kept only what made my space feel alive: a vase from my mother, a small plant by the window, and my favorite candle. The room suddenly felt lighter, as if it could finally breathe again. Then came the bedroom. I color-coded my clothes and separated them by season. I learned to fold by rolling, not stacking, which saved space and made every drawer look like a small art display. Each morning I made the bed right after waking up. It took less than 2 minutes, yet set the tone for an organized day. In the kitchen, I replaced plastic containers with clear glass jars. Everything was labeled rice, coffee, tea flour. I wiped the counters immediately after cooking and made sure at least 1/3 of the surface stayed empty, my little rule for visual calm. The kitchen transformed into a space that invited me to cook, not stress. Weeks later, I noticed something unexpected. Tidying no longer drained me. It recharged me. My home looked brighter, my mind clearer. For the first time in years, I felt proud of the space I lived in. Cleaning had stopped being about perfection. It had become an act of self-care, a quiet conversation between me and my home. I learned that the real secret to a clean home isn't about deep cleaning marathons. It's about gentle consistency. Small daily actions quietly build habits that last, and habits in turn build peace. Every evening before bedtime, I give myself just 10 or 15 minutes to tidy the day away. I put things back in their places, wipe down the counters, and prepare the next morning's clothes. It's not about making everything spotless. It's about ending the day with calm instead of chaos. Those few minutes have become my little ritual, a soft bridge between the busy day and restful night. Then there's my golden rule: if it takes less than 5 minutes, do it now. It sounds simple, almost too simple, but it changed everything. Whether it's folding a blanket, washing a coffee cup, or sorting the mail, I no longer postpone the small things that used to pile up into stress. Each small action gives me a tiny sense of victory, and that feeling keeps me going. But I've also learned to let go of perfection. Some days the laundry waits, and that's okay. What matters is the rhythm, not the race. A tidy home is not about spotless surfaces. It's about creating space for comfort and ease. I remind myself, progress, not perfection. To stay organized, I dedicate one day each week to focus on a single area: the fridge, the wardrobe, the bookshelf. Breaking tasks into small zones keeps me from feeling overwhelmed, and after every little victory, I celebrate it. A warm cup of tea, a quiet song, or lighting a candle. It's my way of saying, "Well done, you've cared for your home today." Keeping a home clean, I've found, isn't just about discipline. It's about love. Love for the space that shelters me, and love for the person I am becoming through these gentle routines. The home doesn't stay perfect forever, but the peace it gives me stays much longer. I realized that cleaning is part of life's rhythm, not a task to rush through, but a small act of care that deserves to be enjoyed. Now I like to make it a little celebration. I put on my favorite playlist. Sometimes it's soft jazz, other times it's the cheerful sound of 80s pop, and suddenly wiping the table or folding laundry feels like dancing with my home. On quieter days, I listen to podcasts or audiobooks, letting stories accompany my hands as they move through simple tasks. When my family joins in, the atmosphere changes completely. We laugh, share stories, and turn chores into moments of connection. Everyone takes part. Someone sweeps, someone folds, someone organizes. It's amazing how teamwork turns ordinary tidying into something warm and memorable. And the best part comes afterward. There's nothing quite like stepping back, taking a slow breath, and seeing everything in order. The sunlight touching clean floors, the scent of fresh sheets, the calm that settles over the room. It's not just about how the home looks. It's about how it feels. Every time I sense a quiet renewal, as if my heart has been gently reset too. I've learned that enjoying cleaning isn't about loving every task. It's about finding peace in the process. I don't push myself to clean for hours. Sometimes just 20 focused minutes can make a difference. What matters is staying consistent and approaching it with the right spirit. When I tidy with music, laughter, or simple gratitude, I realize that I'm not just caring for my home, I'm also nurturing myself. Sometimes when I look around my home after cleaning it, it feels as if the walls themselves are breathing again. The air feels lighter, the light softer. And I realize cleaning was never just about dust or clutter. It has always been about something deeper, creating space, not only in my house, but also in my heart. Over the years, I've come to see every act of tidying as a quiet form of healing. When I fold clothes, I'm not just organizing fabric, I'm smoothing out the creases of my own thoughts. When I let go of old things that no longer serve me, I'm also releasing pieces of the past that once held me back. Every shelf I clear, every drawer I arrange, feels like a small step toward inner peace. There's something profoundly symbolic about this process. Each object that finds its rightful place mirrors a corner of my mind, finding calm again. A tidy home doesn't mean perfection, it means harmony. It's where everything, including emotions and memories, has space to rest without chaos. I've learned that when the home is in order, life feels more open. Decisions come easier. Mornings feel gentler. Even simple routines, making tea, opening the curtains, carry quiet joy. As I often tell myself, when the house is light, the heart is light too. Today, I clean not out of obligation, but out of gratitude. I'm grateful for the home that shelters me, for the hands that can care for it, and for the peace that follows when everything falls into place. Standing in the middle of my calm, tidy home, I realize that what I've truly been cleaning all along isn't just my space, it's my spirit. Cleaning no longer felt like an obligation. It became a quiet ritual, a moment to breathe and reconnect with myself. Whether it's making my bed in the morning or wiping the kitchen counter after dinner, These little acts began to anchor my days. They're no longer about perfection, but about peace, about giving my mind a sense of calm through simple order. Over time, I realized how deeply my surroundings influenced my emotions. A tidy home brought clarity to my thoughts. I started sleeping better, thinking clearer, and even smiling more easily. I stopped chasing the impossible idea of a perfect home and began embracing the warmth of an imperfect but loved space. Sometimes a corner might get messy, or the laundry might pile up, and that's okay. I learned that balance is not about having everything spotless all the time, but about returning to harmony when things fall out of place. Friends who visit often tell me they feel something different, not just in the way my home looks, but in the energy it carries. They notice the calm, the gentle rhythm. And when they ask how I keep it this way, I don't share cleaning hacks. I share how tidying became my way of caring for my space, for my peace, for myself. Now I see cleaning as an act of love. Each time I fold clothes, clear a table, or open a window to let sunlight in, I feel like I'm tending to both my home and my heart. Because in the end, decluttering isn't just about removing what's unnecessary. It's about creating space for what truly matters: stillness, joy, and quiet contentment. And that's it, the truth about clutter, and my personal journey from feeling overwhelmed by mess to finding comfort and joy in cleaning. What once felt like a burden slowly became my way of breathing, thinking, and loving my space more deeply. If you've ever felt frustrated by your own home, wishing it could feel lighter, calmer, more welcoming, know that you're not alone. We all crave a space that helps us rest and recharge, not one that adds to our stress. If you want to take your cleaning routine to the next level, I've made another video filled with clever time-saving cleaning tricks that truly work for busy lives. It's practical, calming, and surprisingly fun to try a little guide that can make your days flow more smoothly. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. And if this video spoke to you, please like, share, and subscribe. You deserve a space that feels easy to live in, one that welcomes you home every single day. So share this with someone you care about, because everyone deserves to breathe easier in their own home.